Once people start jumping in, I'll start talking a little more. For those of you watching this later on in the fact, welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and actually we're doing a little live video for, I don't know, maybe half hour, 45 minutes or so. Because I have plans today and going to explain those in a bit. But also some of the fun stuff that we did with the car and everything yesterday. Although we kind of, hey Mustang guy, how's it going? Um, it's interesting. It doesn't even show you actually here. It shows you commented, but it doesn't show that there's a person watching. That's so weird. Doing pretty good. Appreciate the like of the video. Yeah, I tried to do this through StreamYard and I realized, wait, this is not gonna work that well. So I need to set up the computer for StreamYard stuff in the future. But good morning, Turlo's Garage. How you doing? If you guys didn't see, actually, okay, this is weird. It's not actually showing how many people are viewing. Is it showing that for you guys? Because this is kind of weird. I've never seen this before. It shows both of you liked it. Obviously, you two are watching it for sure. But this is weird. Hey, Robert's Garage. Appreciate you coming out. So okay, it does show 0. Okay, so that is weird. So it's just a glitch in their system, I guess. Whatever. But anyways, I tried to set this up through StreamYard, and it just didn't work out very well. So I said, screw it, and just went back to good old YouTube. And hopefully this does not screw up like it did last time, because the footage was really bad for the first about half hour, 40 minutes of that stream, and it was terrible. But yeah, well, anyways, if you guys didn't see, actually, I know at least one of you did, because Mustang guy did comment on it, is the sequentials got installed last night, although they're not installed correctly. We kind of screwballed things together just because it was pouring rain while we were in the middle of this. So it's just like, crap, I already had a taillight support and everything, so it's like I may as well just continue on doing this. And with help from Roy Marco's Garage, actually, he came down on his way to the Great Beater Challenge in Lethbridge, which right now he should be cruising out to Cadillac, Saskatchewan today. So I definitely do appreciate him and the others coming down, because he had Sandy and I can't remember the kid's name that was with him. But the three of them did help me out to get those installed, because I'm not good with electrics, and I could have figured it out eventually. But yeah, if you guys did notice though that the speed is incorrect on it, which I can adjust that. I just need to take them apart again, because I did not create a hole in the back of the taillight to get that, because again, it was pouring rain. It was awful. Hey, there we go. Now it shows one person. I know there's 3 of you. There we go. Now it's not glitching. If I can afford it, I would love to. But the thing is, gotta remember, I'm not in the States either, right? So there's a whole thing about a passport and stuff like that. And the travel to, because Power Tour, where does it start again? Like it's all on the East Coast, right? Which costs a lot to get down there for me, just because I'm here in Alberta, which is above Montana, right? So it's a bit of a trek. But I would love to, honestly, especially when I have to throw 2 in the car and everything, and it'd be so much fun to do that. But the getting back to the sequentials, because the thing is, I do like the setup and everything, but it could have been a little more detailed in the instructions and stuff like that, because I was very confused in reading it, and I just said, you know what, screw it, let's just do this my way, and it did work. But I didn't realize the one panel is in the incorrect way. If you watch the video, you'll notice, hey, it starts from the outside and then goes in and more, and it should actually start from the inside and go out. And it's not that the board is backwards, it's just there's 2 separate boards and they just need to be swapped places. But I'm probably not going to do that, because honestly it's kind of funky, and it's a different style like that, so I'm cool with it. I was supposed to be able to change the sequences as well, but that actually wasn't working on the board, so that was weird. But yeah, I just have to turn the speed down a little bit so that it actually does illuminate the full board, because it's currently not doing that unless if I have the 4-ways on. So yeah, which that could be a combination of the speed and as well as the new flasher, which I still need to replace the 4-way slasher, but to be honest, I rarely use my 4-ways, so it shouldn't be a problem as much. But I will still replace it just in case. Yeah, and it's like, and my car, I mean, you look at my car, right? And it's always different than everybody else's. So I love that about my car. And it'll always be different. Even some of the mods that we're doing to the car, like, yes, we are putting a 302 in the car, which is pretty common in a T5 and an 88. But the thing is, with like body mods and interior and stuff, it's going to be a lot different than what everybody else's is. So, the taillights being kind of weird like that, I'm all for it, honestly. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I will eventually take them apart again. Not today, not tomorrow, because today, after this live stream, I am immediately headed out to Calgary, actually, to visit Teen Mechanic, and his name is Joseph, actually. I should just say his name. And actually do a couple of videos out there, and he's probably going to do a video on Stitch as well. So look forward to seeing my car on his channel, and as well as his Eldorado, a proper video of not just a YouTube short on my channel as well. Because that YouTube short has over 1,000 views actually on that Eldorado. So I can tell everybody loved it. It's just, now I got to do the whole advertisement thing of sharing the actual video, because I don't share my shorts actually. I share every other video, but not my short videos. So yeah, although I didn't share the sequential taillights, just because it's a 22-second video, I didn't care as much, because I'm gonna do the full video on that, and I'm gonna show you guys as well how they're working and everything and stuff like that in this live. Actually, hopefully the quality does not go to crap when I do that. Yeah, and it's kind of an interesting setup I have here right now with the whole tripod, because I have this new tripod which is taller than my old one. And although like everything appears to look fine and everything, and the lighting is good, so that's good. And actually the height I don't mind at all. But yeah, well, because the phone's only at about 50%, and YouTube Live really cuts into your battery fast, so it's currently plugged in with a long extension cord going out to the side of my house. Because I'm outside. But yeah, and I like doing my lives out here. Honestly, it's very nice. Like when the weather's good, and especially in the mornings too, when it's not too hot, just perfect. But like like I said, I am going to film Teen Mechanics Eldorado, a full video on that, full walk around it running. My usual type of walk around videos, right? Chances are I probably won't drive it, and that's fine. But then I'm going to film his LTD, which is actually for sale currently. He's done a lot of work to that thing, but he's just done with it at this point. He's tired of it having the issues that it has, so he's gonna turn it on to somebody else. And it's a nice car, honestly. I've seen it in person. But it does have the engine issues, so I was gonna try and help him out with that if I could, but he actually knows what he's doing. It's quite refreshing actually to see somebody at 15 years old that knows about engines and mechanical and stuff like that. And heck, his knowledge can rival mine when it comes to mechanics, which is impressive actually for a 15-year-old kid. So he's taken apart and fixed a lot more than I have at his age, which is impressive. And actually even to this point, because the only cars I've really worked on anything major is Stitch, but I haven't actually pulled a motor before or anything like that. I haven't pulled a rear end, nothing along those lines. I haven't fully disassembled the car either. I got my car kind of disassembled. The entire interior was not there other than the seats, the dash, and that's it, right? The rest of it was just in the car, and I had to put it together. But as well, actually, some things that you guys will get to look forward to on my channel as well is more videos on actually Kyle Hanger. He's a friend of mine. He is in the We Are the Classics group in Calgary, which I'm going to be going on a cruise with them tonight, which I can't wait for. That should be fun. But going to, after I'm done with Joseph, going to go to his place and actually record his four-door Malibu, which is 1970. He has an old Volkswagen Beetle, which I'm going to record. There's a Maverick, and I'm trying to remember the fourth car. It eludes me right now, but I'll might remember it later. But yeah, and his cars are really cool, honestly. And he has 4 other ones in separate locations, but that's just what it is at his house that I'm going to record today. So it'll give me footage for the next, I don't know, week and a half just from this weekend. Plus, I'm going to do some footage for the We Are the Classics cruise as well, because they do this every Saturday, and they drive out from one of the Blackfoot truck stops and go to Angel's Diner. So that should be fun. And then as well on Sunday, if you guys are in the area, I'm sure none of you are, but if anybody is, there's the show called Show Your Ride for Brandon. It is a huge car show. Now, this show is all about raising awareness for drunk driving, because Brandon, he was 17 at the time. He was coming back from an apprenticeship, if I remember correctly, and he got killed by a drunk driver. Now, he was a huge automotive enthusiast, and the show is put on in his name every year since, and this has been going on for I think 4 years now. I never knew the kid or anything like that, but I want to support the cause and everything, and entry is just a donation. And it doesn't matter what vehicle you bring. It could be a complete pile of crap, or it can be an absolute show car. There is all walks of life, and from what I've seen on Facebook, there's a total of like 638 confirmed people coming. I'll be there along with my buddy Cody and his Mustang, and we are going to be cruising in with the Dark Horses Mustang Club, so we'll be hanging out with a bunch of Mustang people, which I can't wait for that. Now, and are you guys just not commenting, or are they just not showing up anymore? All live chat. There we go. Okay, no, you just haven't commented. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's going on there, which will be really, really fun and exciting. Honestly, I can't wait for that stuff. I've never been to Show Your Ride for Brandon. But I can't wait to be out there, honestly, and I'm going to film the entire experience. That might be one of my longer videos too. No worries. I was just trying to figure out like if I had a setting wrong where it was muting the chat or something. So appreciate it, guys. But yeah, and now it might be a really long video, or it might be segmented videos that I do. We'll see. Also, there's gonna be a bunch of pictures as well. Like I might do this partial picture video, partial actual video. It just depends, right? There's gonna be so many cars. I probably won't even be able to get to film every single one, because I mean we're gonna be there at 7 a.m. and it goes till 5 p.m. So it's a very long day, and I don't even know if I'll be able to last the full time. But luckily, it's not supposed to be super hot, and the smoke is all gone, so that's not a worry either on my lungs or anything like that. But yeah. Well, actually, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I can think of? Not a ton that else is going on at the moment. It's just that stuff today, which will be really fun. Because yeah, and last night, unfortunately, because it was pouring rain, just before the car meet, like at 6:45, it was coming down hard, and we started our car meets at 7. Unfortunately, really nobody showed up for the car meet, so it was kind of sad. And Roy couldn't really stick around much longer because he actually took me out to dinner afterwards, which was really nice. Went to a nice place here in town, and they absolutely loved the food, and yeah. And Roy and the other guys ate half my pizza. It's all good though. I'm not too upset about that. But yeah, no, it was a very good time. And honestly, Roy is such a fantastic guy. And if you guys haven't checked out his channel, you really should. It's Roy Marco's Garage here on YouTube. And yeah. Anyways, so let me show you guys as well of the well, these sequentials actually working, because they're cool, and I kind of want to see how they do on when it's daytime as well, and not awful skies and stuff. So let me turn this around. Hang on, I need to adjust my tripod now. There we go. Tilt that like that. Yeah, you get to see the side of the house there. Ooh, and is it that? No, it's this one. All right, there we go. Just need to. There we go. All right, guys. My setup isn't super fancy here, as you guys have seen before. But anyways, let us go to Stitch now. As long as I don't fall down these damn stairs. And check it out. Yeah, well, to be honest, it was dark outside too. Like this was close to 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, like not super dark, but dark enough where it didn't really capture it very well. So I want to try and see how it looks on camera when I do this. So let me just set up the tripod here. You guys are gonna be a little far away. Apologies for this, but and I won't get to see this till after. You guys get to see this live. I'm just setting up the tripod. I wasn't still even clean my car. Ugh. There we go. Because I'm not gonna set it in front of Janice's house, especially when she's home. So. Yeah, see, and it works better with a full light. But yeah, there we go. Okay, now let's get this back set up. I don't know if any of you guys commented, but honestly, it looks, yeah, it does look better in the daytime, honestly, and hopefully the camera caught that a lot better. There will be a proper video on that in the next couple of days as well. So, no worries there. There's not much updates on this thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. I was actually, yeah, I just quickly was showing the lights. So, little update on this thing. Not really much. I got a relay for the fuel pump because, as you can see, we've done the work underneath this thing. It's still the same way it was on the update video that I did. Just plumbing the lines for this, right? And still need to wire it in for the fuel pump, which we haven't mounted up here just because, hey, there was a hole here, and it's also going to get airflow so it doesn't overheat. So it was kind of benefit that way, right? Mounting it up there, and I'm thinking we're going to mount the relay for this up here. So, which one is my tank? Oh, hey, Half-Ass Garage. I actually just watched your Super Clean video. It was a good video. Oh, okay. Hey, I mean, if you want to go for a ride in Stitch, you can. She's nothing special to be in, but it is fun to drive. That's faux show. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, so you are Samantha with the you're the one with the Honda Fit, aren't you? I think. If I remember correctly. So many names go through my head. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's who you are. I was pretty sure, but I couldn't remember. Sorry, just setting up the tripod again on my table. Switch the camera around. There we go. And plug it back in. There we go. Perfect. Because actually, it's kind of funny. Me and actually, I need to tilt this down a little more. Come on. There we go. Perfect. So, like, me and Samantha actually, we're part of No Boys Allowed Car Club, and honestly, her fit, it is riced out, but honestly, it is kind of funky, and she's a really cool chick. Honestly, we have a lot of fun, honestly, at the meets. And yeah, it just and actually, I was gonna ask in the NBA chat because, I wasn't sure. Are you gonna be at the show your ride for Brandon tomorrow? It starts really early, but it goes all day, and you can come in at any point. Oh, you took everything off of it, and actually you were uting the fit. Cool. Oh, okay. So you might be hungover for that. No worries. I mean, I was just seeing if any of the NBA members were going to be there, because maybe we could coordinate something. I'm going to be there with the Dark Horses Mustang Club, but doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk to a bunch of people and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, now I don't have much to talk about. Other than just repeating stuff that I've already said, which, I mean, Samantha is going to be the only one that hasn't heard that, because actually I'm going to be in Calgary today, going to film a few vehicles, and as well as a cruise. Sure, I will, yeah, I will post it out there. Well, I can probably try. I can probably locate something to help you out with that. Because there should be certain, like, it didn't come with any brackets or anything like that, or were the brackets just incorrect for mounting it on your roof? Because yeah, that should be. You'd think you'd be able to adapt the ones that were already on there, but unless it didn't come with any. See, now I told him that we did this as a joke and he needs to do it for a video just once. Is be the cross-dressing mechanic. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you need. Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll have a little think on that and see what I can come up with for you. And as well, for you guys that are watching, because now the YouTube counter is finally working up there, is if you guys can hit the like button, it helps me out a lot, actually, with the channel. And, costs nothing. Just makes it so that more people can see the channel. Because, yeah, I see that there's now 8 of you, which that's really cool. Yeah, it's finally worked, because before there was 3 people or 4 people in here, and it said 0 people watching. It was very weird. But, yeah, welcome to YouTube. It's not exactly perfect. Well, see, the problem is with OnlyFans, all I would get is people just asking me, hey, can you get some pedal pumping and stuff like that? And, like, I reamed him out, like, in a voice text on Instagram because he asked me, oh, I love your flats. Can I pay for, to see them? And I'm like, that's so gross, dude. Just no. And, yeah, it was not a pleasant message I sent back to him. But, because I'm sick and tired of them, honestly. Like, I don't understand these people's fetishes that way. When it becomes, like, a point of where I just want to be educational and have fun on YouTube, and then I come across that. It's just like, no. Just, no. Stop it. Stop it. So, yeah, no. Hey, I want to see you do the cross-dressing mechanic video, at least as a spoof even on your channel, just once. Do it. Even if it's like for Halloween,
a Halloween video of the cross-dressing mechanic, and show you like dressing up your D150 or something like that for Halloween, right? And then you be fully cross-dressed out. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh my god. Yeah, and by the way, Samantha does not have a filter. Oh, but I love her for it. She's awesome, honestly. She's the one that. How about a Bobby Succotash's account? I don't know Bobby Succotash, unless that's just a joke. But yeah, I mean, I don't have this. Well, I mean, YouTube isn't super hard. It's just getting it. It's really just for me. It's point, shoot, and minimal editing. Because you guys have watched my channel. If any of you have watched it deeply, yeah, it's mostly just one take and minimal editing. There are picture videos that I put out where I put a little bit of music and put a bunch of pictures together. But that's it. Hey, I follow a bunch of people, but also I'm super busy too. I don't know everybody's channel either. Like, there are so many channels I still need to get to. Yeah, see, Sam doesn't know. Like, come on now. Not the only one. But honestly though, like, if you look at the YouTubers that I know and follow, well, majority of them are from the Novitaz live streams, which I don't know if I'll be on the live stream this week. I might be. Depends on how tired I am coming back from the Show Your Ride for Brandon, because that's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be fun, but a long day. Oh, and everybody's dropping like flies. I'm sad. That's okay. Brandon was... I actually don't know his last name. I never met him. But Show Your Ride for Brandon is... No, it's not. It's put on for a... This kid got killed by a drunk driver a few years ago when he was 17 years old, and he was a big automotive enthusiast. He was coming back from his apprenticeship, actually, when this happened. And so... basically... they put on this show every year, and it's been going on for I think like 3 or 4 years now, in his honor, just to show off. And all that's required is a donation of some description. You can even pay for it at the gate, and it doesn't matter what it is, monetary value. It could be $5 and you can get in. It's not the euro that way. But yeah, and every single car is welcome there. Like, literally, you can bring out absolutely clapped out POS car that's rusted out, that barely runs. I'm doing a live stream. You should know this. He's probably at work. Yeah, I just had to decline a call because, hey, I'm doing this live stream for you guys. But yeah, so, and it's very sad that, he got taken away, and I don't actually know him. Like, I never knew him or anything like that, but I've always wanted to go to the show, especially because there is a total of confirmed at this point that I know of on Facebook, 638. And there's probably even more that are going to come as well. Like, this is going to be a huge show. It's going to be at Stampede Park, actually. And it's going to go, like, all day, from 7 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock. And it doesn't matter what time you roll in. You can roll in at any time in between. Because I'm going to be there at the beginning, but, or at least hopefully, should be. Because otherwise I would kind of screw up the plans for going with the Dark Horse Mustang Club there. But, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it should be very fun. I've never been there. I'm going to be filming for it, so it should be very exciting that way. And it's a huge show, honestly. I've heard about it for years, and I just haven't gotten the opportunity till this year to go. Yeah, and, and it doesn't matter what car you bring, because I even know that one of the guys that's helping to host this, or at least helping to promote it, he drives a Ford Escape. Like, it's a modified Ford Escape, but it's only a Ford Escape, right? It's not exactly like a, glamorous car. Bobby Succotash. So wait, is that your other account? I gotta ask. Or is that just somebody else? Because I don't actually know. That wasp can go away. Go away, wasp. Thank you. See, that's not even your name. Like, who is this? What is my dream car? My dream car is a 1970 Dodge Coronet Super Bee in Panther Pink. Preferably with a white vinyl top and a white interior. Yeah, I will get to that when I can. Watch a couple of your things. I'm assuming it's just a meme channel, is my guess. But with a name like Bobby Succotash, because I know that's not even your name. Asthma, gotta love it. But yeah, let's see. What else is there? What else is there? There's not really a ton, actually, at the moment. Fair enough. I'm actually, as well, at some point, I'll be cruising up to Edmonton and hanging out with Roy Marco again, from Roy Marco's Garage, and I'm going to film his Hudson and all that different stuff. Well, have fun showering in your clothes there, honey. Yeah, and that is my friend Samantha. She's a very fun girl and very out there. And with zero filter. Yeah, see, this is better, you there, because Bobby Succotash, like, if you had never told me about Bobby Succotash, I wouldn't have known. Honestly, because it's just like, yeah. But I still need to get out and film some other stuff, because coming up soon... Well, we are friends. I don't know if we have each other added on Facebook, but we are friends. So there's that. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends how close I was paying attention there. Bucko. What, would you prefer the term there, Samantha, like secret lesbian lovers that have never done anything yet? And I don't know if she's still here, but yeah. Anyways, appreciate you guys checking out the live stream. If you can, hit the like button. Every little bit helps me if you haven't already. Yeah, you did. You did. What is? I'm not putting that on my channel like that. No, I would never put that as a title of a video. That's just, oh god. That's, no. No. It's an automotive channel, not some weird sex ring. How has it devolved into this? See, this is what Samantha brings out in people. We just, go to that. But yeah, and actually, something that I will be doing, hopefully the next bit, I need to contact him again and see, because it's been a while. And sometime in September, actually, I think, that I'm going to be filming some AMCs, which I love AMCs, and actually, the two in particular that I want to film there, and I'm sure he has other vehicles too, wouldn't shock me. I mean, it's true, but still. Oh, yeah, I'm not putting that on my channel. No, no. I don't care if that would blow up on my channel, just no. That's not what my channel is. No. It wouldn't shock me, though, if that actually did, like, blow up. Like, it was a super thing and it went viral. But I'm not doing that. Frick. But, yeah, I can't believe my live stream is, dissolved into this. Wow. I never thought this is how this would go. Anyways, I'm going to be filming, actually, a 68, Javelin, as well as a 69, I believe, AMX. Actually, I think it might be a 70 AMX. I can't remember. But, yeah, it'll be, fantastic. No, it's not gonna happen, Mustang guy. It's not gonna happen. But, yeah, that stuff though that I just mentioned about the cars. I know, but I still gotta reiterate to people that don't know the kind of relationships that we all have is no, that's not gonna happen. Just in case if some random person comes along to the live stream and talks about it. Which for those guys that have joined and or for you all that have joined, and yeah, they are. But oddly enough, I love AMCs a lot. I also love Mopars a lot. I know a lot about AMCs because their quirky weirdness. I adore that about cars, right? In general, if it's weirder, it's cooler to me. Just like those taillights being messed up, I actually kind of dig that. I'm just gonna change the speed on it, so I will take them apart again at some point. Even though I told the guy that sold them to me that I probably wasn't gonna do that, but I will. It's just yeah, and hey, and I love my Mopars and I love my AMCs, but I don't afford because that's what I can afford. Because a Fox body that you get barely running, that has an inline six in it, is really cheap. Now it's worth a lot of money. Like I've been offered $6,000 on multiple occasions for it, but you know, now it's like nobody can buy my car at this point because I'm keeping that. Scott Speed Shop. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, because I mean, I really do love the AMCs. Just wait 10 years for it to break down. What? My car? Nah. It'll break down when I'm doing something stupid with it. I'm sure. Like, once we put the 302 in it, yeah, I mean, reliability will go down a tad, but it's not going to be, like, super unreliable or anything. It still has its concerns. Like, when it's really hot outside and I drive the car, now this is because it doesn't have a fan shroud. This is the only reason why. Is I'll be driving the car along the highway, and you can tell the temperature is creeping up a little bit, but it's really not that bad. It's only about halfway up the gauge. It's not a proper gauge because one of those Ford ones that says cold, hot, and then normal for about 85% of the gauge, right? It's one of those gauges. So I don't know the exact temperature. But it'll start to creep up at about the halfway mark, which shouldn't do with that big-ass aluminum rad that I have in the car. And I noticed that if I go to a drive-through with the car, so, you know, it's just sitting there idling, it creeps up very fast, which I actually did a little short video on that on YouTube, which I got a lot of dislikes, which I found pretty funny. It's just like, yeah. Yeah, I'll totally do that, you know. Say, you know, somebody stole my car or something like that. That might dissolve my videos into madness. Yes, I do, actually. That water pump is only, what, 8 months, 10 months old, something like that. So it's really not that old. And yeah, it's got a new thermostat in it. It's a 195 thermostat, which is a little high, but I have that for winter purposes because I do drive my car in the wintertime. No, it's because it doesn't have a fan shroud. I said that. It has zero shroud whatsoever, right? When you don't have a fan shroud, it's not gonna cool your motor. So, yeah. It's fine though. But again, that's when it's really hot outside. Like I'm talking, okay, let's see. 30 plus degrees outside. Which is 30 Celsius, you know, like 32, 34 Celsius and stuff like that, even 30. Later, Samantha. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, no, and it's just and that's the only reason why. I put a fan shroud on it and it'll be fine, which there will be a fan shroud built when I put the 302 in the car. But really, all I have to do in those instances is in the drive-thru, after I come off the highway, I just shut the car off. That's all I do, right? In the drive-thru, and then start it back up when I need to. Although, it does take a little longer to start it afterwards, but to be honest, I know why of that too. Because it's boiling the fuel when it's getting that hot too. So it starts to run a little crappier and stuff like that when it gets that hot. So that's fine, you know. And all good. I was just yeah, explaining that because actually from the factory, it didn't have. I have it in the trunk. It wasn't even a proper shroud. All it was, and there was a bunch of Fords that had these back in the day. It was kind of dumb, and some other vehicles did too. But Ford held on to that way longer than they should have. is there is this thing. It's only about maybe that long by about that wide, and it says caution fan on it. It doesn't go down and around the fan. It just one flat piece. And it's just kind of dumb actually. So yeah, it's not exactly a shroud or anything like that. Just be like, hey, dumbass, don't put your fingers in the fan. But mine fell off because the bolts stripped themselves out and backed out. So I was just like, okay, cool. I need to retap those and put bolts in it, but I'm not gonna bother with that because, well, that motor's not sticking in the car for long. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, your motor's fancier than mine too. Um, with that built 360 in it, it's a party motor, party motor. Although I do like being the Ford motor that the distributor. Actually, my distributor's not even in the front; it's in the middle. But and yeah, and I'll probably go to an electric fan as well when I do the swap because it's just so much better than that mechanical one. And also, for you wondering, oh yeah, no, don't worry. We're going to build one out of aluminum and TIG weld it, so it'll be pretty, very pretty. But anyways, what was I saying? Motor stuff, electric fan. What was that? Oh yeah, that's right. With my fan on the car actually, because people will ask, well, does your clutch need to be replaced with a clutch fan? I'm going, it doesn't have a clutch fan. It's always on, right? It's one of those. So like people just don't understand. It doesn't have a fan shroud, and because everybody thinks, oh, every car has a fan shroud. Well, if you go back far enough, they didn't. So there's a lot of cars that didn't, and there's a reason why they overheated all the time, right? And that thing is no exception. Even with that 2.25 inch 3/4 aluminum rad, it'll still overheat if you're not careful with it. So once I have the fan shroud in, it shouldn't overheat at all. But and go to an electric fan, which I want the electric fan not for the cooling capabilities. I want the electric fan for the less power draw as well. Because that thing, I think if I put an electric fan on it, and if I was keeping the inline six, which I'm not, which who knows, if everything goes to plan, maybe it'll be swapped out one day, maybe, but we'll see. The double electric fan and a pusher fan on the front. Well, see, if you put do an electric fan conversion, you don't have to put a pusher fan on the front unless if it's like a really amazingly built motor that's like stupid. Is actually putting a pusher fan on the front that wouldn't you have to reverse the polarity and actually flip the fan for it to work properly on the front? Because all that's doing for that is wouldn't it just be blowing forward and it counteracting it trying to blow through it? So that's all. But yeah. Okay, cool. So you did do that. Cool. See, that's something I learned from Roadkill. Is they were talking about that one time of not knowing that because actually all they ever did was reverse the polarity. Well, no, you actually had to flip the fan too, which I never understood that. But oh well, it's I know that now to do that for fans in the future. But yeah, we'll see. There's some cool actually electric fans at Napa that I might utilize. Okay, Fly, get off my phone, thank you. Okay. These flies keep landing on my phone. It's being annoying. Yeah, and it does make a difference to the blade design. That is true, but it's still a lot of them that you see though. You do have to reverse it just about every time. Oh hey, Team Mechanic. Nice of you to come in. Actually, if you guys don't know, for those that have been sticking around for the entire time, I'm actually going to be visiting him today and film his Eldorado, and who knows, maybe I might do a video on the LTD that is for sale as well. If you guys haven't checked out Team Mechanic's channel, please do so. He's got some cool content and way more in-depth stuff about cars than I have. I do the random tabloids and show you little things on the car for the most part. There's going to be more major stuff, but he goes really in-depth with his videos, so go check him out. And yeah, he's only 15 too, so it's pretty cool. Honestly, the knowledge he knows and everything like that, because I didn't know as much as he knows at that age. So, okay, I'm not falling through the deck. Good. Wouldn't that be Wouldn't that make for an epic live video of me falling through the deck? Ah. Hey, no worries. You're 87. Actually, I have a. It's funny. I have an electric fan that I was gonna put on the car, but it's too big. From the 83. If you guys remember, if you go way back on my channel, and it's kind of crappy videos that I did on that car. Plus, also, I was recovering from my surgery at that point, so it wasn't exactly like just recovering. So I dressed like crap. I looked like crap. I didn't care. I was just trying to be comfortable more than anything else. But yeah, anyways, that electric fan came from that 83 coupe that I had as a parts car for a little bit, which it's still in my shed and it still works, and it works really well. It puts out a lot of air pressure. Welcome to at least can be Fords at times. They just do that, which and it's interesting, like because Joseph's LTD keeps braking without really driving it. It's a very interesting combination he has there. Fixes something, oh, another thing breaks without driving it. It's like, wow, that's amazing. Very sad though, you know. I wanted to see that car actually done, but I understand because I saw it for sale on Marketplace. So, yeah, which good luck with the sale as well. I'll be sharing that actually on my Katarina's Garage Facebook page as well. Your ad for that. Oh, I know. A 351 Windsor, there's nothing wrong with them at all. It's actually a great engine design. And it was a really good design that, you could just look at the Chevy LS. That's fair. I mean, especially for the price you're asking, it is a bit high, but I understand why, because you don't really want to sell it. But if somebody offers you that money, and plus, it's kind of because I was noticing how you wrote the ad. I'm like, wow, you can tell you do not want to sell that thing. But it was pretty funny reading it though. Yeah, no, and honestly, it is a cool car, and it is in pretty good shape, and really doesn't have any rust from what I remember seeing of it. It's just too bad. Yeah, because I'm assuming it's still disassembled at this point, at least part of the motor, the top of the motor, anyways. Oh, okay. Well, who knows? Maybe when I come down there today, I might do a little footage of the LTD. Because I think his LTD is an 82. Yeah, that's what it was. And it's honestly, it's a cool car. It's burgundy. The original owner said it had like it was 78,000 kilometers or something like that. I can't remember what the odometer reads, but it's just like, yeah, there was too much sconge and stuff like that on the motor, and stuff like that. $42K, that's what it was. Yeah, and it's like, you know, and he even mentioned in his videos, just like, yeah, this thing probably has closer to 242,000 kilometers on it, but you know, it happens. People lie about cars all the time. You know, and it's very sad that way. I try to be as truthful as I can, but you know, it's one of those things. Yeah, and actually, oh, as well, and I forgot to mention this to you guys because a couple people have been asking about it. The Lumina that I have, right? Because I bought that 91 Lumina Euro with a 3.1 in it, right? All we're waiting for right now is wheel spacers. Then I will change out the wheels to those Pontiac wheels, and change the oil and do the rest of the stuff. Do a coolant flush in it, and hopefully send it on to his next home. Who knows? Maybe I'll trade it for something else and either keep or flip that. So we'll see. But yeah, because that Lumina is kind of a cool car actually. Very comfortable and has a bitchin' sound system in it that's stock, but sounds good. And yeah, like, And being the Euro, because it's got that cool ducktail spoiler on it, which I dig. I really do dig that look of those first gen Luminas. Because second gen Lumina is just a boring round car that, you know, just like, oh, they kind of lost their way. But the early Luminas are cool, even as a sedan, I think. And if I had to drive a four-door car, I would drive that. Absolutely. Because also, I got the power steering working just from the simple fact of, hey, fill up the power steering, and I put some stop leak in it too, the Blue Devil stop leak. So once the new tires are on it, I will be driving it a little bit just to see if I can stop that leak and then detail it and send it out. So hopefully it'll sell quick or something like that, because it's a nice car, honestly. And there's not really anything wrong with it. You know, because I drove it just a little bit around the block before the tires decided, hey, I'm going to start to deflate very quickly. It's like, oh crap, get it home. Luckily, I didn't bend the rims or anything like that, but they weren't quite that low. But as I was trying to do a video on the car, because that's the reason why I did the initial reveal of it here, because I was actually going to do that around the corner. At just a more open spot and do a live video there for about 20 minutes, but that didn't happen. I did it here. And it's because of those damn tires. And they're dry rotted bad. Like, I've seen some bad dry rot, but I think that's the worst dry rot I've seen. And it's kind of sad because now we're going to put the Pontiac wheels on it. I'm looking for sticky Hue. If I run across one, I'll keep an eye open for you. Because, yeah, oddly enough, I have a bunch of people that are always in junkyards and stuff like that as well. Because I'm not as much as I want to go to junkyards and stuff like that. It's just, I'm broke. So, okay, no worries. Yeah, I will keep an eye out for you. And, yeah, those Ram trucks with the V10 are pretty cool, actually. Especially being a stick, too. Because that wasn't the NV 3500. Wasn't that the NV... Was that the 4500 or the 5600? I can't remember what they had for stick shifts in those. But they were a very cool rig that way. And I've always dug that V10. No worries. I've wanted to build one of those, actually. Because, you know, they're just kind of cool. Or, you know, build that engine and put it in something. It'd be cool. You have no idea? Come on, you're supposed to be Mr. Mopar over there. And especially, you know, you like your Rams. Oh, cool. I'm assuming I know which one that is, but I'm not going to divulge that. I mean, hey, the V10s don't cost a lot to actually buy, but I'm sure the maintenance is a little higher on them. But still. It's not an SRT10 Ram, because like around here, the V10 Rams are just about the same price as a regular 318 and 360. It's really not that bad. It's only the diesels that are like stupid expensive. So yeah, although the gas mileage isn't great on them either, but go figure, it's an 8-liter V10. Which people will try and say, hey, that's the basis for the Viper motor. Actually, it's not. They kind of started with that, and then they scrapped that whole design and built the whole motor again, and Lamborghini helped with that as well. Probably. And well, the thing is, because I know with those trucks, the only manual would have been either a 4500 or a 5600. Okay, get off my screen. Ah, I did not mean to scroll up to the chat. There we go. There was a wasp that freaking went onto my screen there. That's not bad, actually, for a 351, depending on how ran out it is. Because, yeah, like right now, I mean, I have not much money to my name, but I'm doing this stuff, going to Calgary just for YouTube, and was 69 350 Windsor. Okay, so that's actually the high compression, much nicer motor, even if it's only a 2-valve motor. Still, that is the much nicer motors, because those had, I think, 10.5 to 1 compression, which is quite nice, because I know that my dad's 70 Galaxy with a 351 had 10.5 to 1 compression. It was pretty cool. And Yeah, although his car was a major beater in the 80s. But, still, you know, he loved his car, and he had it for a while, but then he blew up the tranny in it. So, that went to the scrapyard, and, yeah, he's had many, many cars since. And I see a jet flying. It's not as cool as when I saw the F-18 above the, because actually, oh, that's right, you guys didn't get to see that video, which I'm so sad about that. Wasn't a ton of them made. Yeah, oh no, there wasn't, they're not that common, but I've seen quite a few of them. Like, if I really wanted, if I had the money to go buy a V10 truck, yeah, I could find one relatively easy. It would only take me maybe about a month. Oh yeah, see that would be cool actually. To do that. But yeah. Oh well. Which I dig your 69 Mustang, honestly. Like the 69s are my absolute favorite year of the Mustangs. But wait, no, you don't have a 69, you have a 65. Yeah. Still, I love those though too. Well, the thing is, with those V10 trucks, because they can come in, to my knowledge, besides interior trims and whatnot and colors, and I'm not going into that, you can get them rear-wheel drive or 4x4, manual or automatic, which the automatic was the same as what it was in the Cummins, and I believe the stick was the same as it was in the Cummins as well. The rear end could have been a Dana 80 if it was the dually, or a I think Dana 70, if I remember correctly. In the if it wasn't a dually, I believe that was the case. And yeah, and then you can get them fully loaded or not. Most you see were work trucks, so they were just bare bones with almost no options. But yeah, I do dig those trucks. Second gen Rams, I really do love them, and yeah, I've had experience with one because my dad had a 99 Ram 1500 318 NV 3500 5-speed rear-wheel drive truck, 355 rear gear. Very fun truck, honestly. I miss that truck so much, but I had to kind of sell it because didn't have room. Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Just about all the V10 trucks were. I'd love to find a clean one, just, you know, but that doesn't really exist. Someday, but who knows? Maybe I might find, you know, one of these rare holy grail ones that somebody just put it away for some reason, you know, and paid $5-6 grand for it. Hey, someday I will try and come down there, but it takes a lot of money to come down there, and I'm not flying. I'd be driving my car, so in the end, it probably costs me more to drive than it does to fly. But flying is not my friend. It's not my friend. I don't like flying. So, yeah. But, you know, I do want to visit the States, because, like, as well, I have some friends down in the States, and it's kind of funny. Well, especially the three of us, because we had a chat for a while, but then, you know, we all just kind of stopped chatting in it for a while, and we all left it. But we called it the Three Rejects, because we were actually rejects from clans on World of Tanks, so it's kind of funny. Yeah. Hey, here's the thing. You complaining about gas prices? I live in Canada. Don't even talk about it. Even though I live in Alberta, it's still not fantastic here right now either. So it's totally fine. I have paid ridiculous prices for gas, and if you do the conversion on our gas, it's probably about the same, if not more, than what it is in Detroit. So yeah, trust me, it's worse in Canada than it is anywhere in the States, just about. Depending on where you are in Canada, because like even parts of BC, they're paying, if you want to get 91 octane at the pump, you're actually paying like $1.71 a liter or something like that, which is ridiculous. Like, seriously, this needs to stop. Yeah, I was gonna say, and actually, it's more expensive in Calgary than it is even here in Sundre, which is surprising. Because at the pumps here, it's like $1.33 per liter, which I can get it cheaper if I go 10 kilometers down the road, and I can get it for $1.27 a liter, which that's what I usually do. I don't always put Shell in my car anymore. And then I will when I go to Calgary. I'll probably put Costco in it. All good. Hey, it does happen. What time is it? Oh, it's 11:30. Okay, I should probably think about heading out here soon. But yeah, like I used to put when gas was a little cheaper, I was putting in Shell 91 all the time because it doesn't have ethanol. Exactly. None of you are allowed to complain. None. You Americans, you cannot complain at all. Because seriously, and even it's funny, like like in Europe, it's so much more expensive for gas too than it is here. But you know, we still complain about our gas prices. Because you know, like you're paying, like in the UK, it's like $8 or $9 per liter. It's ridiculous. So, or I should say per gallon, not per liter. What's that? Okay, that's just a. That's not a spider. Okay, we're good. Oh, see you later, half-assed. Appreciate you coming by. But actually, I'm going to wrap this up here right away. So, I don't mind. Well, here's the thing. I go to Costco at Cross Iron Mills. It's not that bad. Might be a little busy, but it's fine. It's along my way too. Typically, when I go to Calgary, because usually I come down the 2, but going to your place, I don't. I go through Cremona. So from the 567 to the 766 and over. You know. Anyways, yeah. So I am going to quit the live here. It's been over an hour, and yeah. Anyways. I appreciate you all coming out. Thank you for supporting me. And hopefully this gets me a lot closer to monetization. Because when I checked this morning, I'm only like, what was it? 15 hours a day or something like that. So I'm really, really close on to become monetized. So yeah, I appreciate you all coming out. Hopefully this got me a bunch of hours too, because this does actually. It tells me at the end. But anyways, I appreciate you all coming out. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah. I will catch you guys later. Bye. Pikachu. Yes, I want to stop streaming.